Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ITTF Seamaster 2018 World Tour Platinum German Open, coming to you live from Bremen, Germany. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobrow, and that magic man in the bandana right there is the legend, world rank #1, the oldest world rank #1 ever, TIMO Boll. For the 4th time in his life, he has become world rank #1, and he is playing against the former world #1 who had spent 35 consecutive months at world #1, the most dominant table tennis player that I have seen in my lifetime in the men's game. From 2015 onwards, has been the most unbeaten player we have seen. Ma Long with a chokehold, even on Fan Zhendong, and there's one space open in the semifinals. There is only room for one, not two. I know you want to see TIMO Boll continue, and I know you want to see Ma Long continue, but that's why this match right here is the match to be watching right now. Roman Klecker with the best seat in the house, our umpire from Czech Republic. This match should be spectacular. It is a chance for the new father, Ma Long, to get his revenge on TIMO Boll. Yannick Varengot from France, maybe the second best seat in the house. Roccadino getting down, getting ready, no way to let the nerves off. And dancing a bit to some 90s dance music right next to the table. So TIMO Boll, again, their last encounter. Let's go back to their second to last encounter. It was in Germany, it was in Dusseldorf. At the World Championships in 2017, TIMO Boll had a strong lead in Game 6. If I remember correctly, he was up 8-4 before Ma Long came back and took the match in Game 6. But at the Men's World Cup in Liège, Belgium, where TIMO Boll had won once before, 9 years earlier, 2008, against Ma Long, he did just the same in an incredible match that will not be forgotten anytime soon, other than TIMO Boll's comebacks. Will come back against Lin Gaoyuan from down 4-10 in his victory against Lin Gaoyuan. By the way, that was in Game 7, and his other victory against Lin Gaoyuan at the end of last year. I think his win over Ma Long was the real match that sealed the deal to make TIMO Boll Star Athlete of the Year in 2017, despite being beaten by Dima in every encounter that they had on the World Tour. I think 0-3. So here we will see. Nice way to get a high-quality shot there on your cell phone. Wide frame, unless you're doing an Instagram story, maybe a Snapchat, but either way, I'm guessing that guy was shooting for Facebook. That's my guess. Okay, so TIMO Boll, one of the most respected and probably the most loved player in the world. A star in Germany, a star in China. Boll, they call him in China. And Ma Long, the dragon, the captain, the dictator, in black with the orange on the shoulders. His back in action so far has been quite dominant in this tournament. Quite frankly for me, when I saw him play his match the other day, first match I saw from him, he was making some mistakes, more than usual. Mahadu Yoshimura, quite a strong opponent though, so I guess there was a lot of pressure on some of these very loose backhands. Now head to head, these two have played 10 times in their career on the World Tour, and 80% of those have gone to Ma Long. But the last one, the most recent one, went to TIMO Boll. Who's faster right now? Ma Long, no question about it. Who's physically stronger? Well, you have to imagine Ma Long. But in terms of creativity, in terms of clever, specific thinking, TIMO Boll was able to pull off the match last time. Ma Long has gained a lot of confidence and a lot of comfort in his game since 2015. We've seen all sorts of different shots from him. One of the best matches in the men's game of table tennis is the men's singles final in Dusseldorf last year between Ma Long and Fan Zhendong, a match that has been virally studied on the internet. But buckle in, here it is, TIMO Boll, the Federer of table tennis. Or should we call Federer the TIMO Boll of tennis? Attacke. My German is terrible, but they're cheering on TIMO here. And again, Germany, a table tennis country, has incredible admiration for seeing Ma Long play live. He can't walk through the halls here without being mobbed by fans. So Ma Long will start off this best-of-7 vengeance match. A little bit loose this first ball goes. You can see how many different heads there are here in the crowd. This is the match to see. Good serve here. Again, Ma Long, not flashy serves, but very subtle in near the body. The pendulum is tough to read. It's also tough to receive because of the third ball that's waiting. Ooh. I'm sorry. That could be the most accurate call in the world. It's just so rare for TIMO Boll to get a call, a warning on a serve. The proposition was, please toss the ball higher. TIMO Boll, the most fair sportsman. I was talking about how clean his serves are typically. Well, of course, it'd be nice to see it again. I mean, he's a fair sport. He didn't say anything about the warning. Just simply took it, applied it to his game. So 3 quick points for Ma Long. Man, I'm really curious to see the serves again. Now from this camera angle, again, Ma Long almost never called for serves either, but I've seen a lot of serves called as falling behind the head. This is all from the viewpoint of TIMO Boll's eyes. If he can see the ball the whole time, the serve is fair. Inside out forehand does not come down. So, first towel break of the game. Ma Long quite in control right now. We will see. TIMO Boll has come back. Ma Long and Lin Gaoyuan are two very different players, as fast as Lin Gaoyuan is. The mental experience, the mental toughness of Ma Long. It's tough to rival, but a strong backhand here from TIMO Boll for his second point. Ma Long cleaning the table there briefly. The dragon with the dragon scales on the back. Step around for the forehand. Ma Long right there. There's Lu Guozheng. Again, a hero for China. Ma Long's personal coach right now as well. A lot of people were asking, since Qin Zhijian is no longer part of the coaching staff, who's taking care of Ma Long? TIMO still calibrating. Little fun fact for you. TIMO Boll actually beat Lu Guozheng in 2004 in this tournament, the German Open, to take the title. So spanning generations. TIMO Boll, the bicentennial man right now. Not literally, but something of the sort. Rare to see Ma Long losing his balance like that, too. Have to wonder what that was all about. Touch shot, but TIMO Boll cleans it up. Shot block, receive, comes back. Just high enough for TIMO to take with the forehand. Second towel break of the game, and a nice share of points taken by TIMO here. Still far from an even game, but much closer than the proportion of being down 1-5. Beautiful play. Those soft touch shots. TIMO's able to take the pace off, leave just a little bit of backspin and keep it low and in near the net, so Ma Long does not have a good opportunity. But when finally he gets the opening attack, he's deep in the backhand corner. 3 points between them now. Second serve for Ma Long. Ooh, once again. I think it was, what, the second serve of the game? Similar happening. Surprise underspin from the pendulum. Beautiful forehand. Now, a lot of players, I feel like it's a sort of a game of chicken. Someone gets you with an underspin serve at a low level, you think, oh yeah? Feel my underspin serve. I think TIMO might do the exact opposite. Take some rotation off the ball to earn a popped-up third ball to attack. Reverse pendulum and TIMO within 2. Strobe lights going off here in the arena. That's interesting. I think while the 90s dance music is on, that would be perfect. Little dance contest later. I think Ma Long might win in that contest. Oh, middle of the table and trying to retrieve. Sent back up on his heels. TIMO not in a good position to recover here, but we've seen him do more things. Seen him do things that seemed more impossible, I should say. So 3 game points for Ma Long. Not a bad let receive there to demonstrate some touch. Oh, the top edge of the racket after that crazy backhand from behind the table. Ma Long takes game number 1, 11-7 from 1-5 though. TIMO not giving up at all. And the VIPs fill the seats now. This is something you do not want to miss. Game number 1 is in the bag for Ma Long, and game number 2 has yet to be determined. Time will tell. Stay right here. Game 2 coming up after this. Why so many people want to see this live. But if you're a little newer to table tennis, these two have paired up twice as an international doubles pair. The World Championships. Played well together, not sure what's happening. Not a typical time for a music break. Muhammad coming in. Tournament director. Seems like there's a little glitch in the machinery here. Klecker trying to click. Interesting. Well, nothing helps time pass in moments like this, like some good music, but I will tell you that seeing them split up on the opposite sides of the table, this rivalry, TIMO Boll is one of the only non-Chinese players in the world. It seems like he can beat just about any Chinese player on the national team. He has not beaten Fan Zhendong on the World Tour, according to ITTF.com. Gave a good fight in game 1 here and won their last encounter. A little bit more positive play to start. Now, one thing TIMO talked about in general is getting ready for the counter rallies. Oh, the scoreboard says 2-0. I was wondering, why is the crowd laughing? Did Roccadino do something? Okay. It's tough, you know, the umpires are bringing in new equipment and it doesn't always function the way, you know, the way a flip scoreboard does. I think it's important for the presentation as the sport continues to grow and develop, get cooler and cooler. After all, this sport is quite popular around the world. Can't even imagine how many fans in China are watching this live right now, let alone the rest of the world. Oh, it's glitching. The scoreboard. Okay. This could be quite distracting for the rhythm of the player. I mean, they don't have a lot of time between points. I'm really curious what will happen if this continues with the machinery. Or the software, I should say. Cool demonstration to touch there from TIMO Boll to roll the racket under it. Another fun fact for you. Both of these players are using rackets named after themselves. Not so commonly the case. Although it is quite common that many players in this tournament are using either the TIMO Boll or the Ma Long. Hurricane Long, I believe. Oh, there it is. Backhand flip in near the net. TIMO Boll within 1 point here early on in game 2. Much better start than in game 1. There are a lot of things that TIMO Boll has gained in his game over time, and experience and wisdom, 2 of the big things. But here, just missing the contact a little bit late with the racket. As much as the crowd admires Ma Long, there's no question who they want to win this match. Again, TIMO Boll, one of the most popular players in the world, if not the. Oh, no? I thought that got a second bounce on the table. That was really close. It sounded like he got a second bounce. Thomas Weikart there. Next to German table tennis's VIPs, the leaders of the pack. Right off the bounce, quick backhand. Not much you can do against that. Suffocating shot. One other way. So quick, just a textbook backhand. Beautiful punch shot from Ma Long back down the line. Bottle challenge style serve. Deep to the backhand, right on the white of the line. If you're not familiar with that reference, type in bottle challenge table tennis on YouTube, but not now, when there's nothing better to watch. Right off the bounce, TIMO smothers again. He's within one. I think early games are going to be quite crucial if he can win this game. The fact is, it's a reality that TIMO Boll can win this match. But Ma Long won't be reminded of that quite as much. Ma Long's up 2-0. Chop block, and the second one doesn't come down. It's nice that the crowd shows their support for TIMO, but that's 2 points in a row that there's been questionable timing on it. Auf gets TIMO, auf gets, let's go. It's very rare to be able to out-cheer the Chinese fans in any stadium around the world. Oh, power from the backhand of TIMO Boll, but then gets back into the regular paced rally. There we go, the Groggers. Got Heinz, the Hornman. I'm sure someone will tell me if I've got the name wrong. It's been a little while. One of the pleasures of being back in Germany. Oh, touch shot goes a little long. Ma Long ties it back up. Again, TIMO Boll can come back against many, but Ma Long, when he's confident, not many can stop him. Oh, that's murderous. The touch shot from TIMO, that receive, he drops it right behind the net. Doesn't leave a lot of options here. Ma Long with one shot, spin, and blasts it the other way with the backhand. So fluid. Be like water. That was me talking, not a recording of Bruce Lee, by the way. No, it sounded like it. And this is a TIMO Boll who's afraid to step around, because the last shot, he knows what happens when he leaves open that wide forehand. Ma Long's cross-court backhand punished him the point before. So playing it a little bit more conservatively in terms of positioning. Three in a row now for Ma Long. Softer spinny backhand. 3 game points for Ma Long to go up 2-0. It's 4 in a row. This one comes just long, and he's so quick to get the reaction here. Like a hawk, sees it coming off the table and steals the attack. Ma Long up 2-0. TIMO Boll 1 foot in the coffin. We'll see. A few games to go, but he's come back before. Game 3 of the match you want to watch coming up right after this. And we're back for Game 3, but the scoreboard wouldn't have you believe that. I'm wondering if they're going to start with the scoreboard the way it is. Interesting. Still hasn't been stopped. 2-0 for Ma Long to start. Beautiful backhands from TIMO. It's surprising just because usually the German crowd is very quick to call this out. It seems that it has been adjusted on the screen there. 2 games to Ma Long. Of course, the score that you're seeing, but actually on the umpire's table. Digital score screen. So flip early on. The crazy thing is, as strong as Ma Long is playing right now, I think it's fair to say he doesn't appear to be at his best. Tough to say, though, because he's making such quality shots, and TIMO Boll just the same. Some big, bold backhands. The fast, long serve. I think TIMO's going to have to be a little bit braver in terms of his receive. Have to try and play a wide angle, get Ma Long out of position. Ma Long's just so fast, he recovers so quickly. Top edge will not come down. A lot of people wondered what was up with Ma Long at the end of last year. As strong as TIMO is, it still didn't seem like Ma Long was beatable by almost anyone, let alone someone almost 37, who is now 37. Ma Long has been experiencing wrist issues since 2012. Look at these counters. Here we go. Wide to the forehand of Ma Long. Countered back behind him. I think that's going to be one winning recipe for TIMO. It's going to be tough to do it consistently. He's going to have to mix it up and again. As tactics go, keep the opponent chasing you. Never let them on to what you're doing. Once they follow, go the other way, change it up. Keep the chase on. Oh, you want this to come down so bad. That fanning shot. What, side under maybe? TIMO's done just about everything table tennis has to offer. Look at that shot. Wow. That one you have to see in super duper slow-mo from the other angle. That one you need to see from 5 angles. Geeking out a bit here, but incredible shot. Fast backhand again, Ma Long back in control. TIMO tends to take timeouts a little bit later than others because of his experience. Doesn't seem to be panicked much. Otherwise, this would be a time for a timeout with a lot of players. Ooh, that's odd. TIMO shuffles the other way. It's another one I'd love to see again. Reminded me a little bit of Koki Niwa ducking under the table against Liam Pitchford at the Team World Cup in London just a few weeks back. Maybe a month ago now. Wow, time flies when you're loving some table tennis. It's going to be a tough one to block softly to the short side. And TIMO not happy about his decision. The furrowed brow told that story. Also the outcome. Tough to be happy about losing a point, but depending on how it goes, different ways to handle it. Some big risks, 2 in a row, aggressive off the bounce. It's going to be tough to keep up that performance, but maybe that's what it takes. Again, anything he can do to get Ma Long away from the table. I think starting positively, aggressively, a bit deceptively. One thing about TIMO Boll that's quite tricky is his spin variation. He can slow down the game, he can play fast and aggressive, even put a bit of side spin on his backhands from over the table or behind. And there's that soft touch on the receive. It's just amazing how controlled he is in the receive game. Like he's able to just absorb the power of the serve, the spin, and keep it very short on the table. As long as you're good at reading it coming off the back of the table long. It's a good combination for your opening forehand attack. That backhand though, bending off wide from right at the baseline of the table. Not a bad receive by Ma Long. Watch the height from here. Okay, sits up a little bit, sure. Out of reach, and he's already ready to turn the corner. TIMO Boll works hard to stay in shape to be able to compete with Ma Long. Oh, once again, the block floats up and out. His touch is incredible, but he touches it and leaves it just a little bit long. TIMO Boll gets put in a very tough position when Ma Long gets the opening first swing. Backhand again for Boll. Quite frankly, I mean, TIMO Boll called himself the slowest #1 in history, which is obviously just a little poke at himself, being humble, self-deprecating humor. But between the two of them, he is the slower player. TIMO Boll has a very strong and unpredictable backhand. To cover the table well, I think if he can favor that backhand, just occasionally turn from the middle with the forehand, could be a good recipe here. Ooh, long push to the backhand. And TIMO Boll in the lead. I remember him being down 4-7. Sort of an in-between push. A little bit of a surprise, I think. Caught Ma Long off guard. Usually, TIMO's right at the baseline, quite short on the table. Ooh! Holding it in his right hand, slaps the ball back, gets ready, and he says, well, good thing it didn't come back on the table because I was stuck with it in my opposite hand, although he's won points against Ma Long this way. Wait, look at me. Look what I have. Look where it is. I think that's more of an apology from TIMO Boll. Like, wow, lucky me, I escaped. And 2 game points. He's won 6 out of the last 7 points. 37-year-old TIMO Boll with the serve. Backhand does it. TIMO Boll's in it. Gets a game on the board against Ma Long. It was starting to look like it might be a 4-0 sweep, but TIMO Boll never dies. TIMO forever. He's still in this. Gets a game on the board, and game number 4 is coming up right after this. So TIMO Boll with the game now. He's got the serve. Game number 4. We will see. This starts to add some pressure. Starts to frazzle Ma Long a little bit maybe. But from behind the table, Ma Long with a dominant backhand. Very bold play. A lot of pressure on TIMO Boll in that point because, well, if he lets Ma Long get a forehand in, he's in trouble. Tough to change up the placement. But it turns out he was in trouble anyway with the backhand. Right off the bounce, this is the timing that makes TIMO Boll one of the very few that can challenge the Chinese, and has been that way for about 15 years now. Maybe just shy of 15. Maybe actually 15. Either way, he's up 3-1 here. There's a freedom about TIMO Boll on the table now at this point in his career that I haven't seen before 2017. Like he has nothing to lose ever. And that's easy to say. You might think the same about Ma Long. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Like some graph paper here of fans. It's going to say Ma Long has almost every title. I guess every title you can imagine, but no single male has a double Grand Slam. So if Ma Long can win the Olympic Games in Tokyo 2020, he would be the first. Zhang Jiko was looking to do it in Rio. Had he taken the first game against Ma Long, I think it would have been a very interesting match. That was the one close game, and after that, Ma Long, beast mode was on. It was a one-way street. Wow. Again, for TIMO to stay in there for so many shots to the short side of the table and block them back to the short side. Well, here's cross court. There's the one he changes up to the backhand. That's tough to do in practice, let alone when it counts on the world stage. We've seen warnings before for this much time between serves. This is pressure. Ma Long starting to sweat a bit. I'm sure it can't help Ma Long to know that the last time they played, TIMO Boll won. This could be the poison for Liu Shiwen against Feng Tianwei. Ooh, big opportunity here for TIMO Boll to crack open the lead 7-2 rather than 6-3. We've seen Ma Long come back. Again, 8-4. Dusseldorf last year, game number 6. I think that was the end for TIMO of the scoring. No, my goodness! TIMO with so many shots, and when Ma Long decides to spray it out to the open part of the table, these are the rallies we love. Age feels like it's out the window when you see TIMO Boll playing like this. One more turn, just a little bit inside the table, and Ma Long with the Wang Li Qin-like inside-out forehand the other way. Two points in a row for Ma Long. Wow, that soft, spinny one. I can't believe Ma Long even kept it on the table. TIMO Boll loaded it with spin, left it shallow under the table. The pressure for Ma Long to keep it low enough that TIMO Boll doesn't just destroy the next ball. Yet he hangs in there for one more shot, but it's TIMO Boll who takes the point. Ooh, a little bit off the top of the net, but TIMO changes the pace and the direction. 8-4, this was a score in Game 6 at Dusseldorf. But I think TIMO is a very, very experienced and smart player. In times like this, won't think about anything that hurts his chances or keeps him from being a positive player. Wow, Thor-like pose from Ma Long. Again, we are watching superheroes right now. It's times like this, I don't think I'm alone to say that I feel lucky to be alive. Is that a chop block or a punch? Tough to tell with the body in the way, but either way, TIMO Boll not repeating history. He wins the next point to go up 9-4. Still has to be very focused to take this game. Touch shot, that one will not come down. Within 4. Ma Long looking a bit looser in that point. Sometimes hitting rock bottom gives you freedom in many areas of life. Ma Long says, I've got nothing to lose. Now the backhand serves. Ooh. Just occasionally when Ma Long's in trouble does he pull out these backhand serves. Two in a row. Looks like it. Ooh, better receive from TIMO this time. Places it well. But still 2 outright points for Ma Long. That's a trick TIMO pulled out against Dima. Was it the Men's World Cup final? Was it the German Open final? They had so many finals between them, Dima and TIMO. 9-4, 3 in a row for Ma Long. Chop block right near the back of the table. What a crafty, creative, and challenging shot from Ma Long. Wow. I mean, really, not a lot of options there. TIMO Boll took the best chance he had. Loop it. Have to spin it up really low to the net and accommodate or account for the side spin left on it, let alone possible underspin. 4 in a row for Ma Long on the receive. Oh, it does not come down. He's playing the points well. I mean, TIMO really, from cross court, inside out forehand, big backhands early in the point. Look at this, the bending forehand, but he's forced into a backhand here instead of trying to step around. Well, I guess he could have, but the time before, Ma Long made him pay. He bent it inside out to the middle of the table. So 5 in a row for the Dragon. Will he dictate this game? For the last 5 points he has. It's going to be up to TIMO on the receive. Backhand serve, why not? It's worked 2 times in a row. Ma Long prepares for not the most glamorous serve, but a successful setup so far. Oh, when he gets a point again, a little different here. It looked like top side spin. And there's our TV cameraman right now. The game is not over yet. But 3 for 3 on the backhand serve. Ma Long has found his confidence from 4-9 down. TIMO Boll hasn't found the answer since. Oh, second bounce on the table. No swing, no contact. Ma Long in the short game as well manages to continue the streak from down 4-9. Scores 7 points in a row. Wow. D to the devastation out here. Ma Long up 3-1. A score we've seen TIMO come back from a few times before. But against the dictator, well, that would be miraculous. We'll see if the magic in TIMO Magic Boll comes out now. Game number 5 coming up right after this. Off the bounce coming in, it looked like really it would leave the table. TIMO would make contact, have the opening swing, and the backhand serve still here. First point for TIMO against the backhand serve since its inception. I don't know about its inception, but since it's been used anyway, I'm going to look up the word inception now. Beautiful counters, short strokes from TIMO right on top of the bounce. As solid a start as you can ask for with 2 points. 9-4 was not enough. At he captured the game, it would be 2-2 with momentum and a nervous, pressured Ma Long on the other side. Oh, right back down the line. Gets him on his heels for a moment, sends him back to the backhand corner with that forehand. If Ma Long doesn't want to take the backhand, I don't think there's anybody in the world who would prefer the backhand. Maybe no shot a la Mian. That's a tough position once you're behind the table and Ma Long's into the blocking or the punching shots. He was a comfortable distance behind the table unless TIMO goes for an inside-out forehand. Like, not a lot of easy answers in that positioning. Oh, just short. Wow. I want to see this one again, please. Pretty please. Okay, maybe there's not time. Thank you. Yes. All right, if you say it nicely. Look at that, the save from the forehand. One lob. Ma Long smashes this hard, but it's within reach for TIMO. There's not a lot of topspin on it to jump off the racket, forcing TIMO to give all the motion to the ball, put a lot of force behind it. Just a reminder, TIMO was in the lead, and now it's dead even. 2 points in a row for Ma Long. No German needed to be part of this cheer. The lyrics are simple. First T, and then Mo. Ma Long with the pancake flip comes in with the racket open, and surprise, he turns it over. Flips the script on this receive. With the right foot dragging behind, chasing it to the backhand corner. Can't keep up with TIMO in that point. Back in the lead by one, second serve here. Bottle challenge style, and then he projects on the next one. Stays on top, puts some forward motion to keep it deep out to the forehand side. TIMO very assertive here. Has to be clever. He's not going to outspeed Ma Long. He's not going to outpower Ma Long regularly. The short game to set up a big shot near the table. That's what he needs. Has the timing for the backhands in that rally. Turns for the forehand. Again, the timing here, TIMO is so fast to turn. The decision-making ability. Watch one more time. Here's another backhand, and here's the forehand. Not yet. This is the one. Close. We've seen him make that shot before. Speaking of 2004 over Liu Guozheng, who you just saw clapping in the corner, Ma Long's current personal coach. No, just out of reach. Feel like you could see the racket start to extend from the hand of TIMO. That's how wide this ball is. He surprised Ma Long with that one. Ma Long reaches out in front to punch it early, get a little bit of that angle back. The physical fitness. I mean, that wasn't the most powerful shot from Ma Long, but still quite powerful considering he didn't have a lot of swing left from that far out in front. Middle of the table, right into the belly button. I think when you say the words belly button, it makes it sound less intimidating, a little cuter. But, very powerful shot here. Rarely does Ma Long get jammed in this situation. It was that shot right there that set him up a little bit off balance. Ever since that moment, he was trying to recover. Oh, TIMO Boll classic. Hold the bacon, hold the lettuce. Nothing but TIMO Boll backhand on this burger. One more time. Ma Long turns, takes the forehand. Shotgun reaction. Is it the bandana? Well, it's definitely the backhand from TIMO, that's for sure. One more time. I don't think you can get enough of this. Whoa. There he is. Heinz the Hornman in control. The cries for power. It's an odd thing to say right now. Solid placement from TIMO. If it were TIMO on Malong's side of the table, we would have seen a hand switch in that rally. Wide placement out to the forehand and then back behind. It's one way to take the legs out. Taking the legs out of Malong, taking away a lot of power. After all, that's where the power comes from in table tennis. Ooh! This is pressure, this is nerve. Malong with an in-between shot here. I thought he had earned a ball to rip through. TIMO with a very lukewarm shot. Something caught a bit in between. 9-5. Not talking about their work schedule. 4-point lead right now for TIMO. Middle of the table using the backhand. This is where he has to be over the table to be putting the pressure on Malong. Jörg Roskopf there, two-time Olympic medalist for Germany. A man who paved the way for TIMO Boll's career. 5 game points. Ooh! Obviously not intentional, missing the contact. Malong able to block the face with the racket. That was Matrix-like. That's one that you want to watch. Slow motion. TIMO Boll getting the arms up there. Trying to exhale. Get some oxygen to the bloodstream. Missing the contact once again. Top edge of the racket. Malong hanging in on top of the bounce. I wonder, we still haven't seen the timeout yet for TIMO. This is how late TIMO will take. I think timeouts could have been used for other players about 3 times in this match already. For TIMO's score, that is. He's just looking a little bit in between right now. Normally, the clarity of the idea is what TIMO has from the start of the point. We talked about this a lot. We did our Ask a Pro Anything in Kazakhstan. (10-5), 3 in a row for Malong. 10-5 and 9-4, 2 5-point leads, 2 games in a row. Last game, he wasn't able to convert the game. 2 game points left to serve for TIMO. Backhand goes long. Are we going to see the timeout? Have to imagine yes. And the walkover, here it is, the timeout, a head shake. Disappointment. Thought he could have saved the timeout. Seemed like it, being up 10-5. This is the danger of Malong. TIMO has come back many times against opponents. Lin Gaoyuan knows what it's like. So Jörg Roskopf, another left-handed shake hands legend from Germany. Wide forehand of Malong. That worked well earlier on in this game, about midway through. Middle of the table. Soft shot. I was going to say that, I think I did say that in the replay of the last point of the last game, the ball that came down for a second bounce on the table, it was Malong who went the confident way to not go for the attack, but play it soft, knowing that TIMO was hungry for the attack. Malong's just so fast on his feet. Unless he's backing off the table, a real soft shot. Seems like it's going to have to be perfect to get TIMO set up for the attack. Let's see. Second serve. Fresh out of the timeout. Whew. Man. Looking around the stadium right now. Anyone else feeling this? Oh, misses the contact once again with the backhand. TIMO, tough times right now. Not for lack of effort, that's for sure. My TIMO was not criticizing, simply just, oh no, poor TIMO. Regardless of who you want to win this match, we want to see it continue. 5 points in a row for Ma Long once again. It was 7 in a row last game. And once again, the backhand, the contact is not there. Ma Long continues the streak, earns game and match points. Wow. Is anybody safe? Not against Ma Long. That's how it appears right now. TIMO with a serve here. And a point saved. We will see. Wow. To get Ma Long back off the table. Very difficult to do. Very focused spin play aggressively. Not for power, but for spin early on. In placement, TIMO Boll saving a match point. Ooh, and it goes long. TIMO with another chance here. Game points. Redemption. 10-5, not able to cash it in. The Czech is one signature shy of game number 6. And the scales on the front of the Dragon, front and back. Oh, the backhand. He's made so many of these, he can't believe it. I feel you, bro. Looking at TIMO right now, that emotion is probably the most relatable, frustrated moment we've seen from TIMO. Why aren't my shots going in? He's had some opportunities. He's played some incredible table tennis throughout this match. A whole lot of balls. That's what it's going to take to win this match. I'll let you think about that for a minute. I don't know exactly what I meant. We will see. 4th towel break of the game. 3rd deuce point. Not for lack of opportunity. TIMO Boll fighting here and struggling to get through this game. Wow. Wow, that is not Ma Long. That is so uncharacteristic. I mean, the fact that we've seen TIMO Boll miss a few shots is not characteristic either, but against Ma Long it's understandable. But that ball right there was almost as bizarre as seeing Ma Long on a bronze medal stage of the podium. Game point back to TIMO Boll. Strong rally, a steel trap for a brain right now. Ma Long, it's easy to say after the shot before, but he's coming back. Hasn't lost the game yet. He has tied it up one more time. TIMO, what can I do? I mean, TIMO's made some very big shots, slow spinny to set up the follow-up attack. 4th deuce point, Ma Long serve. TIMO, seriously? Is there any table tennis fan who doesn't want to marry TIMO Boll right now after that shot? This whole point on the back of the table, and as soon as there's an opening, he races through the door. Wow, TIMO forever. Get us another game in this match, please. Regardless of who wins, this match forever. Game point once again. What is this, 8th game point? Wow. I'm just trying to understand the fan in the crowd who finds it to be a good idea to shout something out when Timo's on his toss, on his serve. I mean, concentration. Timo's a professional, obviously. He knows how to concentrate, but in terms of etiquette in the crowd, when someone's about to serve, I mean, it's quiet enough to hear breathing. And Ma Long back with match point once again. Timo saved it before. Will he send this to a 5th towel break? Oh, off the net and out. 5th towel break. Here it is. 6th deuce point, and Timo's still alive. Wow. Neither player right now has had a lot of success in terms of shutting out the game. Oh, clever idea. Tries to flip long to the forehand. If it comes down, it's going to be a good setup for the point, but a lot of pressure. Match point once again for Ma Long. And the timeout on the side of Ma Long. Lu Guozheng will talk to Ma Long. I think this is important. I think it's a good timeout, a good call. Put your hands up in the air. No question about it. Lu Guozheng needs to equip Ma Long. As confident as Ma Long has looked from down 5-10, just hasn't been able to close it out. Wow, the anticipation right now. Rare to see this score on the scoreboard. 2 games in a row. This is game 5, but it could be game 5 with Timo up. And in some senses, had Timo won game number 4, and it was 2-2 coming into this, Ma Long's under a bit more pressure. I mean, Timo Boll might have already won this game to be up 3-2. The amount of points played, we could be well into game 6 with Timo up 3-2 right now. But instead, he's down match point once again. And the Dragon, not Roccadino, but Ma Long with match point. Finish it on. Incredible play, and Ma Long has turned this back into a dictatorship. Wow, what a pleasure to watch. The dictator takes it from Timo Boll from down 5-10, from down 4-9. It stings a little bit to taste what you dished out to Ling Gaoyuan at the end of last year. A tough finish for Timo Boll, but he can't regret the quality of play in that last point, and even Roccadino gets a high five from Ma Long. Well, a tough day for the German fans in terms of Timo, but the show was incredible. He did look a little bit tight. He's shrugging his shoulders there. But that is the power of Ma Long. Right now, world number 9, but by the end of the year, I think he'll be right back in form. Not many people can give a high five after a tough loss like that, but Timo Boll is as fair as anybody, the best sportsman in the game, but maybe the best player to play table tennis in the history of table tennis. Malong continues 17-15 in game number 5 to beat world rank number 1. TIMO Boll, enjoy the highlights. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. So tomorrow, the final day of competition here at the Platinum World Tour event, the German Open. Still a German in it. And of course, best player in the world at the moment, Malong. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm Adam Bobrow. Have a good night.
So, ja, das ist ja gerade angekündigt. Die Boll sagt natürlich noch